again, everybody, and welcome back to Harry's House of Hits. This is our second installment of the video, and last night we had a little mishap. We did a video and forgot to turn the sound on, so we're going to redo the video right here, right now. But first things first, we've got two orders of business to get taken care of. The mat you see in front of you is an artist by the name of Sean Thornton made this, so I want to give him a shout out. And Rocky had a shout out to his favorite YouTubers. Unspeakable came home today, and guess who was on the TV? Unspeakable. I don't remember what they were doing, but they were doing something, I'm sure, cool. So, anyways, we wanted to give them a shout out because that's Rocky's favorite YouTubers. So, anyways, we're going to go through a box of cards. I'd show you the box, but the cards are sticking up out of the box right now. I'll show you when we're done. But let's get through some of this stuff. We've got some baseball in here. We've got some basketball. And we got some football. I think that's about it. But a lot of 1994 Fleer. I'm going to thumb through some of these and not get too crazy. Here's some 89 Bowman. Rafael Palmeiro there. Pretty nice card. You got a Brady Anderson rookie card. If anybody's a Brady Anderson fan out there. Juan Gonzalez. Then these Topps Bigs. I don't care for those too much. But more 94 Fleer. I really like these cards. I like the look of them. I think they should come back with something like this. But anywho, there's a Craig Biggio, Hall of Famer. Good looking card. These are actually in pretty good shape. These cards come from, there's Bernie Williams, one of the best switch hitters of all time. There's one that's cut terribly off. I didn't realize that one last night, Rock. You see how bad that's cut?
Yeah.
It's almost on there like there's no border. That probably wouldn't get a PSA 10, I'm betting. But anyways, we got these cards from a guy on Facebook Marketplace. Sold us all these cards for $100. We're going to go box by box showing you guys what we got. Lots of these cards in here. I'm actually going to set this card off the side because they're all together. There's a whole run of them here coming up. But Dikembe Mutombo and Otis Thorpe. There's Tracy Murray. Quite a few of these 82 Fleers. I think they're 82s. We looked yesterday at 82 Fleer. Nothing big to speak of. Some more 94 Fleer. A couple Hall of Famers in here, but not a ton. Here's some more of these bigs. There's Harold Reynolds, Nick Casey, Dave Henderson was in the side of this box. It looks like they're pretty beat up, pretty bad. And then there's a bunch of 94 Upper Deck. Again, nothing too extravagant here, just a bunch of commons more or less. There's a Craig Biggio, or not Craig Biggio, but Jeff Bagwell, Collector's Choice. Oral Hershiser and 88 Donners mixed in there. Paul Bird, Fleer Ultra. Not sure what year that is. I normally have to look at the back. 1999 was his last stats here, so this is a 2000 Fleer Ultra. 92 Donners. Bobby Witt.
Yeah, you missed that one last night.
I missed it last night, but Rocky always gets excited when he sees Bobby Witt, and then I have to remind him that's his dad. He wasn't quite as good.
You don't have to remind me. I just like, dang it.
You just get upset, like, where's the junior?
Yeah.
Wish it had a junior on the back of that. Some more 94 Upper Deck. Nothing, like I said, nothing big to write home about. In the back of this box, there will be some sleeved cards, and in those sleeved cards, you get some decent stuff. One of the things that I noticed about there's another Craig Biggio. Okay, Hall of Famer. I think anytime you find a Hall of Famer in baseball card form, you're doing okay. And a lot of these are sideways, which are fine. I'm going through them a little quicker because I know what's in them now. Here's some upside down cards. Let's flip those.
Yeah, it always happens like to me.
Get them upside down.
Yeah.
One of the things that I did not know about 94 is Joey Cora, BJ Surhoff, and what I didn't know about 94 Upper Deck is that they made a prospect set. I did not know that. There was a time in my life when I collected baseball cards pretty heavy when I was younger. And just like all of us, we get old and we stop collecting. Steve Finley there. It's a decent one. Vince Coleman. Edgar Martinez. And we stop collecting for a little while because we think we're grown up and we don't want to be in the hobby anymore. I think it's childish or whatever. And then we get older, like myself, and you find the hobby again. This is a guy that I find all the time when I buy collections off the internet or whatever, and I go through people's commons, and Edgar Martinez is in there. And Edgar Martinez is one of the best hitters of all time. which makes me wonder what people are thinking. But he's not worth a ton, but still is one of the best hitters of all time. Just bottom line, there's no other way around it. So, Bernard Gilkey, said it last night, I'll say it again. He was in a movie with Will Smith. I can't remember the name of it. Men in Black. He was in Men in Black. Played an outfield for the Mets at the time, and he was on that movie. It's when the UFO goes overhead, and he looks up at the UFO, and I think misses a fly ball or something. There's Barry Larkin, another Hall of Famer. Rocky's got the cat up here. I hope the cat doesn't get involved with all this.
Yeah, I'm gonna block her.
Cat's name's Raj. Raja. We call her Raj for short. Mom calls her Roger, which is a boy's name. There's Gary Gaetti. Just grew up just down the road from where we're from. Delano DeShields, Mickey Morandini, Kurt Schilling, another guy that should be in the Hall of Fame at some point. You would think, anyways, with his numbers and the career that he had. Danny Jackson.
Don't.
Danny Jackson's known for a play where he fielded a ground ball and the ball got stuck in his glove, and he threw his glove to first base and got the guy out. You're sleeping on your job over here, Rock. Need some cards. Oh, here we go. All right, some more 94 Upper Deck. So one thing that I like to do with my collections is build sets. So when I see all of these commons, I don't just see commons, I see partial sets. So I like to go through them, and there's Omar Vizquel, another Hall of Famer in here. Although Omar Vizquel did some things in his personal life that kind of tarnishes his legacy a little bit. Sean Dunston. There we go. Here's the prospects. They're silver. If you notice the difference, the Upper Deck emblem on the regular 94 Upper Deck is bronzed or gold, and the prospect cards are silver. So if you're thumbing through them and you can find them, they're silver. And we looked through these last night, so I'm going to kind of cruise a little bit. There's Ron Vallone. He had a pretty good career, major league career. Kurt Miller.
Have you found Kurt Abbott yet?
I have not found Kurt Abbott. He's in here somewhere. We search high and low for Jim Abbott cards, so
If you have
I'm
Jim
going to keep going.
If you have Jim Abbott cards, just let us know in the comments.
Yep, let us know in the comments if you got some Jim Abbott. We're big on Jim Abbott, New York Yankees, and St. Louis Cardinals. Well, Rocky is anyways. I'm not a huge St. Louis Cardinal fan. I was raised a Cubs fan. Damon Burton Prospects card. That's a good stack. I like that. Here's some cards. I think it's kind of cool. You got Memphis Cardinals. Their minor league jerseys. Omar Ramirez. When I saw this originally, I thought, is that Manny? It's not Manny Ramirez. Lyle Mouton. There's a Russ Davis. Kind of a neat looking card there. More prospects. Brian Hunter. He had a pretty good career in the major leagues. Nothing great, but anybody that plays the major leagues could play the game pretty well. So we're just going to leave it at that there. James Mouton. And I thought there's Kareem Garcia. Put those prospects in its own stack so that we can separate those out. This is Derek Lowe. Those of you that are my age will recognize that name. He pitched in some World Series games for the Red Sox. Here's some more of them. They're upside down and flipped around. I wonder how that happened, Rocky.
I didn't look through the whole
Jeff
stack.
Alkier from it's like the Memphis Cardinals. Brian Barber. Nefi Perez, he had a long career for the Colorado Rockies. He's in his minor league Rockies uniform. Occasionally we'll run into a football card. There's Fred McGriff, 1990 tops. John Franco, Lee Smith, Hall of Famer. Then we get into some basketball here. We've got this set here. Basically, you're looking for Jordan. If you don't find Jordan, they're not going to be worth much. They're not really worth much if they're Jordan unless they're graded and in great shape. Charles Jones. And we got some more basketball coming up. Here's one of these 92, 93 Flair Ultra. You're going to see a lot of those. So I'm likely to keep those in the same stack. Rex Chapman, there's a Jose Canseco. And then we get into some football cards, and I'm pretty sure going through these football cards, there was not much. Oh, I take that back. Being a Buffalo Bills fan, there's a Bruce Smith. I'll start a stack for Bruce Smith.
You mean for Bills?
For Bills, yeah, there's Ken Davis. He was a good Bill. He was the backup running back for Thurman Thomas
We have
back in the 90s. And here we go with the 92-93 Fleer Ultra. Lots of no-name guys in here, if I'm being real honest. Maurice Cheeks was back there. We just passed him. You can see we got Hubert Davis. Doc Rivers, he coached the NBA. Steve Kerr, he's a coach of the Golden State Warriors. There's a commercial on TV right now with that Curry guy, Steph Curry, and he says he's trying to get people to buy their cell phones, and he said, I'm pretty stuck in my ways. I go to the same gym and shoot every day, and I've had the same coach for 11 of his 15 years in the NBA. So pretty interesting, because you see Steve Kerr around. There's a lot of rookies in here, but I don't think any of them are solid rookie cards. Avery Johnson, J.R. Reed, he won a slam dunk competition back in the day. Brett Price, and then there's some of these checklist cards, which, in all honesty, the checklist cards could be
you know all of them.
somewhat. Yeah, I got bigger hands than you do, so it helps. Chris Mullins, he played on the Dream Team, I think. Did he play on the Dream Team? I think he did. But Chris Mullins, nice player. For Golden State, actually. Golden State Warriors. John Starks was one of my favorite NBA players growing up. Dennis Scott could shoot really well. There's Terry Porter. Just thumbing through some of these cards. We've got some sleeve cards coming up, too. And when we get the sleeve cards, you're going to see some more unique stuff. They were in the back of this same. It's probably an 800 count box that we're thumbing through right here, right now. But Dominique Wilkins, slam dunk champion. Him and Jordan had a couple run-ins in the slam dunk competition, but pretty cool. These cards are in really good shape, these Fleer Ultras. So I'm kind of sticking them together because who knows? You might be able to complete a set maybe and get that done. I know there is some Jordan in this set. Corey Williams rookie card.
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan's in the set. So is Magic, and I don't know if Bird was playing then or not, but he might be in this set. But there's some really nice players like Karl Malone and John Stockton and those guys. They're all in the set, but we don't have any of them in our stack. All right, so let's get to some of these sleeved cards. Now, when I say it, we bought these from an individual on Facebook Marketplace. Great guy, really funny guy. He was nice, right? He was a nice guy. And threw in some extra stuff for us, but we spent $100. And in the next few videos, we'll go through them piece by piece, all the cards, because we have not gone through all of them yet. So we're going to go through them with you guys, but some of them, these cards are not in very good shape. And even in the sleeve cards, they're not in very good shape. You got a Yao Ming here. There's a Trevor Lawrence, Saquon Barkley. Here's a Mike Trout. But this Mike Trout's got dents in it, and the corners are banged. There's Ronald Acuna. All of these cards are in pretty rough shape. There's a Cedric Mullins. Rookie of Michael Harris II. Lee Over Piguero. Corey Seager there. Scott Rowland, Hall of Famer. Shea Bieber through Game 7 for the Toronto Blue Jays this past year. Prince Fielder, Rafael Devers. I'm just going to kind of cruise through these a little bit. There's John Smoltz. And in this Donruss set, they do this where they put the Statue of Liberty. This one has, I think this one has the Statue of Liberty card. So it's a short print. I'm curious to get that out and look at it real good over and see what kind of condition it's in. It doesn't look like bad condition. Let's see what it might be worth. I don't know if it has any value at all. Tim Hardaway actually goes in this stack. We'll put him up there because he's a 92, 93. Carter and Matt Chapman. Denard Span. B.J. Upton. Ryan Howard. Nice player back in the day. J.D. Drew. Cardinal fans would know him. Tim Hudson. There's a Mariano Rivera blue. So that card may have a little value to it. Scottie Pippen. Who in their right mind takes Frank Cornett and puts him in a sleeve? No idea. That card is about worthless as it comes. But then you got Paul Pierce behind him. Garrett Cole, Mike Trout, Bryce Harper. Ayo Dosunmu. He played for the Fighting Illini. There's Magic Johnson, most valuable player card. Kurt Schilling and Mookie Betts. And I just glazed over a Bryce Harper, which Bryce Harper you should probably not ever glaze over. He's a pretty good player. So I got 4 more stacks of these here, all about the same size. Brian Giles, I've got an eighth grader upstairs that will have to tell me about some of these NBA players. I don't know them all. There's Carmelo Anthony. I know him. There's Clyde Drexler. He would go in that set up there. Zion. Mark Williams. That is a rookie card. No idea who that is. I've seen him. I watched him play against Fighting Illini. I don't know about him. But anyways, we've got Pete Maravich there. There's another one of those 92, 93s. Barry Sanders. There's a few Barry Sanders in here that I think are pretty cool, but like I said, they're just not in very good shape, so kind of feel like kind of got short into that. There's Tim Hudson in a black Bowman Chrome. I'm just to kind of assume that that's probably a short print as well. A parallel, right? There's Ryan Dempster, Michael Harris Jr., Acuna again, Gleyber Torres, Jamal Murray, Zion Williams again, Elvin Hayes, Wallace, Al Jeffries, this is Dirk Nowitzki, Isaiah Joe. No idea who Isaiah Joe is, but maybe my older son can tell me a little bit about him. There's a Chris Bosh, black Bowman. I don't know if that's a parallel or not. There's Marshall Falk, Christian Braun, rookie card. Okay. Damian Lillard, Grant Hill, Kevin Love, Isaiah Thomas, Kevin Nash. There's Kawhi. How do you say it? Kawhi Leonard. Seen him play quite a bit, but I can't pronounce his name still. Emmanuel Cassé. That's a sepia from Topps Chrome. Mark Grace, Ray Langford, Adam Pyatt, Juan Acevedo, Travis Lee, Evan Mobley, Deion Waters, Jake Peavy, Dimitri Young, and Barry Zito wraps up that stack. Let's get to the next stack here. We've got 2 left, and then we're going to call her quits for this video. I pulled this card out last night after we got done with the video that we didn't turn the sound on, and I'm noticing there's a couple dings in it, but that's a pretty cool card, a rookie card of his. There's Keon Coleman rookie card, and Thurman Thomas hologram.
Did you find a Raiders card?
Not yet. Although I may have flew through it and didn't pay any attention either. J.D. Drew again, Jeff Cirillo, Bobby Bonilla. There's a nice little Joe Montana there. That's not in bad shape. Sylvester Morris, Jason Witten, one of the best tight ends of all time, Alshon Jeffrey, Steve Young, kind of a cool looking card, but like I said, it's beat up all kinds of, it's bad. Kadarius Toney, and we got, who's that there? Terrell Davis, Hall of Famer, Barry Sanders, Marshall Falk, Barry Sanders again. This is probably my favorite card in the whole box, Mark Grace rookie card. And then DeMar DeRozan, and the last stack. Let's bust through this. And Rocky's got a Raider put right on the top of it, Maurice Jones, because Rocky's a big Raiders fan. Debo Samuel, a nice card. Terrell Davis, Steve Young, Joe Montana, Barry Sanders. There's that guy. I don't even. Cameron Thomas, never heard of him. Deuce McAllister, Baswell, Warwick Dunn. This is a really cool card, but there again, corners are banged up and it doesn't look very good. But we'll get through this stack here. This is a Pokemon sleeve. I'm not sure where the card went that was in there. Troy Aikman, Julio Urias, an ace of clubs. Jordan Lawler's a nice player. It's his rookie from 2023, Topps, I believe. Blake Snell, there's A-Rod. I've seen a bunch of A-Rod coming through here, but they're all damaged. Anthony Santander, that's a sepia. Henry Davis, Prospects Bowman Chrome. Jeremy Giambi, Tom Glavine. There's another
really dirty.
Raiders. Dirty card. It looks like it needs polished up a little bit, but Devontae Adams, it's kind of cool. I don't know about you, but it looks like his head's huge on that card.
Yeah, some people wear big helmets.
But you can see that there's dings in the backside. You can probably see on the camera there. And then Moises Alou from Denny's.
Put that in my stack too.
And that goes in your stack. All right. So that's the first box. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it loose and post this video, and then we're going to move on to the next box. So you got anything to add? Just say hi to the Unspeakable guys.
Yeah, and subscribe, leave a comment, and a like.
And like the video so we can get some traction on here and maybe meet some friends through this, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so for Rocky and myself, Harry Carey sends us off with a Cubs win! Cubs win! Cubs win!